Hello guys, welcome back to my little corner of the internet. If you're new here, my name is Carol the author, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for tuning in back again. I was just sitting, reflecting, and I just thought I could share this with someone, and hopefully this will inspire and motivate someone. You see, I recently graduated with my master's degree in September, but there's one thing that I want to address. When my results came out, I was happy but not happy because I didn't get a distinction. Let me just put it out there. But I passed nonetheless. Okay. So when graduation dates were announced, I was like, why should I go to Kwekwe? Why should I travel? It's not worth it. I'm not being kept by the president. Why should I waste money? I started asking myself all these questions. Little did I realize that I was telling myself not to celebrate my win, because other people start school, they don't complete their educational journey, either because of financial problems, health problems, or circumstances that are beyond their control. So me not getting a distinction overshadowed my win. The negative overshadowed the positive. So it took me long to decide to go to Kwekwe, and I just wanted to remind you today that we need to celebrate every win. The fact that I didn't want to go to Kwekwe also started to drain me, because I now wasn't focusing on the fact that I now, I'm an official master's holder. I went to school, I completed the journey, the long nights, the tough dissertation, the supervision, where you have to correct because your supervisor wants the best from you and they know that you can deliver the best, so they push you out your comfort zone. I'd forgotten all the weekends I sacrificed to go to school, because mine was weekend school. I'd forgotten the energy, the time, that I invested in this whole journey, for 2 years. So instead of celebrating myself, instead of patting myself on the back and telling myself that, well done, Carol, you deserve it, you did good, you did well, I was just not happy. I had thought that I could simply do a photo shoot, just get some pictures. But then, when the days were drawing closer, I sat down and I started thinking of all the things that I've said just now. How this journey was, and all the things that I've achieved from this journey, the things I've learned. And I was like, girl, you need to get up and start preparing for this graduation, because you are definitely going to Kwekwe. And my best friend also told me, girl, we celebrate every win here, no matter how big, no matter how small. I realized that the more that we celebrate the small wins, the more we get up to do more, the more we have the confidence, the zeal, the willpower to push ourselves, to challenge ourselves, and, to even aim higher. At times, we don't celebrate our wins, no matter how small, especially the small wins. Actually, we don't celebrate them because we fear being judged, because we're comparing ourselves to other people, because we aim for perfection. So when we don't get the exact results that we're aiming for, although we are in the range of the good results, we dismiss the win. We dismiss the win completely. And so, we get scared to be judged. Oh, it's not a big deal. I mean, why should you be celebrating such a small thing? Who cares anyway? You should care. No one else should care about what you do but yourself. You should care. You should celebrate every win. So whenever you feel like you don't feel like celebrating, girl, man, just get up and celebrate. Celebrating doesn't mean throwing a party, doesn't mean going out or posting on social media only. You can just take some time, relax at home, just have a calm day, reflecting on everything that you've done and what you've achieved, self-introspecting, realizing the growth that has happened within the journey that you were in. It's about making yourself your favorite meal, drinking your favorite wine, champagne, just giving yourself a treat, even if it's a small treat. It doesn't matter. What matters is the ability to realize that you deserve to be celebrated and you deserve to celebrate yourself, no matter how small or big the win is. And then another thing is, these small wins, they compound into something bigger. Remember, there's a video where I was talking about the compound effect, how small daily habits, small practices multiply into something bigger. It could be something negative, it could be something positive. So imagine what will happen if you celebrate every win, literally every win. If you manage to save $1 a day, if you manage to go to the gym 5 times a week, if you manage to stick to whatever you say you're going to do, and you celebrate every win, it means you're becoming intentional with your daily life. You're becoming intentional with your life. And so the more you celebrate those wins, the small wins, you gain the power to do even more. And it builds your self-confidence, it boosts your self-esteem. You become this unstoppable person, and you will look at yourself and be thankful. And also, one major thing is, when you celebrate yourself, when you celebrate every win, even with your friends, even with your family, even by yourself, you get this feeling of satisfaction within you. You feel fulfilled, and there is nothing that surpasses that feeling. So no matter how small your win is, I am going to reiterate this: celebrate that win. Celebrate it. You don't have to do extravagant stuff, just the simple basic things. I mean, if you can go all out, then go all out. If you can't, do what is within your means. But what matters is being able to pat yourself on the back and be glad and grateful that you finished. And when you start celebrating your wins also, you will notice that you will get this sense of gratitude within you, because you're not only grateful that you finished whatever you were working on, but you also tend to be grateful for the people around you, because the people around you and the people that surround you also help in your growth. They contribute to your success. They contribute to you achieving your goals, because many at times these people become our accountability partners, if I must say. So you tend to be grateful for the circle that you have. You tend to be grateful to God, because there is nothing that we can do in this world without including God. So you become more grateful that He's with you, that He's guiding you. You become grateful for the self-discovery that happens in the process. Whatever we are going through, be it an educational journey, be it spiritual journey, whatever journey that you are partaking on, one thing for sure is self-discovery does happen, and you learn things about yourself that you didn't even know you're capable of. So you'll be grateful that you pushed yourself out of your comfort zone. You'll be grateful for remaining truthful to yourself, for pushing against all odds, for getting out of the... Imagine studying after work. You've got a deadline, you've got an in-class coming, you have a dissertation to work on, you go to school on the weekends. I didn't even have a social life. I didn't even have a social life. It was school, Saturday, Sunday I was at school, Monday to Friday I was at work. So having to juggle work and school was a pretty difficult thing. And so this journey made me appreciate how I handled everything, how I came through for myself. Like I said, you become more appreciative. You discover things about yourself that you didn't even know. You get to know that you're capable of doing more. So be thankful, be grateful, celebrate, and go out there and shine. Don't wait for people to tell you that, oh no, girl, you didn't get an A plus, you just got a B. Tell them, yes, I got that B and I worked for that B, because if I didn't work hard, I wouldn't have gotten that B. Tell them that, yo, I worked hard and I saved for this car. If I didn't save, I wouldn't have bought this car, even if it's a low budget car. The fact that you've got something that's moving you from point A to point B matters. You need also to be very mindful of what people are going to say, because not everyone is going to be happy because you've succeeded. Not everyone is going to be happy because you have achieved your goals, or you're halfway through, you're celebrating. You didn't think that you would get even like to the halfway mile, but you did, and so you feel like you need to celebrate that. Not everyone is going to be positively in with you. People are going to talk, people are going to say negative things, people are going to discourage you, people are going to be just people, and more often than not, the people who discourage you are just hurting, they're just jealous because you seem to be doing something that they wish they could do easily. They don't know the struggle that you go through. All they see are the results, right? So they start wondering, how is she managing, how is he managing? Don't listen to them, don't pay attention to them. Pay attention to those people who encourage you, those people who support you, those people who criticize you in a positive manner, right? Those people who are hungry to see you succeed. That on its own fuels you to do more. So I just want to encourage you, okay? Celebrate every win and do whatever you can to succeed in life. Remember, success is not a universal thing. Success, you have to define what success means to you, and once you do that, you become unstoppable, you become incomparable. So let's keep going, let's keep pushing, let's keep celebrating our wins, the big ones, the small ones, the mediocre ones. Let's keep celebrating our progress. That's all we need to do. That's all we need to pay attention to. Everything else doesn't matter. Everything else doesn't matter. So I got carried away. So I then decided to prepare for my graduation. Of course, I was still a bit hesitant. I didn't think I deserved to go to Kaale, but my mom came through also. Shout out to her. And she's like, girl, you are going there and we're going to celebrate you. This is your journey. You deserve it. You're going to be getting the cap of knowledge. You're going to be wearing a gown. You're going with your friend. Shout out to Alice. And so my mom was just like, no, we're doing this. Whether you like it or not, we're doing it. So I ended up getting my attire. And I was also getting a bit excited. And then I went to Kaale. And then it sank, like it really sank on that day that I did it. I'm here, I'm celebrating myself. I did it, I deserve it, and I did well. The late nights, the cold nights, what else? The deadlines, I managed to meet the deadlines. I managed to meet the deadlines, submitting assignments, and I also have work on the other hand demanding my attention, and so also preparing for the exams. I was truly grateful to God that I embarked on this journey and I finished it. I completed my master's degree. So now we wait to see what's next. So if you liked these, kindly like, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and comment. I will truly appreciate that. So thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, bye.